This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the 2020 Aries Full Moon. The full moon takes place on October 1st, 2020 at 2:05 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 5:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 9:05 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, at 9 degrees Aries, 8 minutes, 9 degrees Libra, 8 minutes. Feel the burn? Fires are raging within and all around us under the Aries full moon. They are threatening to roar out of control, assuming they haven't already hit that point. Yet, as they do, they're motivating, cathartic, and potentially profoundly healing. A full moon always brings emotions to a head. A fire moon, like this one, takes them to a fevered pitch. This one is hardly a controlled burn. It comes with a streak of impulsivity and the power of a massive dose of flame accelerant. Even though the underlying feelings and situations have been around for a while, they're suddenly affecting us differently. One factor, one word, one action that we might have brushed off before is suddenly too much. No more coping. No more understanding, no more soldiering on. Instead, we're combusting, screaming, and going on the assault without warning. Proceed accordingly. The energies bring to mind the scene in the movie Network when fed-up viewers followed the lead of fed-up newscaster Howard Beale, opened their windows and yelled, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore." This is more than a battle cry, though. This full moon is galvanizing, triggering, and catalyzing powerful, powerful life force and powerful, powerful action. It's not all running amok, screaming, and shooting. The event might work as a trial by fire, testing and purifying and ultimately strengthening. It carries the energy of the little guy rising up and going after the system, or David staring down and besting Goliath, or a petite mother somehow turning a car over to free a child trapped beneath it. In some way, each of us is no longer putting up with something, or anything. We may welcome the surges and opportunities to strike back or strike out. We may firebomb bridges with abandon. We may find the dramas cathartic and fun. It's been a long time coming. Mars, the ruler of Aries, our drive, and the archetypal masculine, has been pounding away since August at Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, the forces in Capricorn that have been restructuring foundations and institutions since the year started. Now retrograde, Mars is coming at them for a second assault. He's got a formidable companion in this campaign, Eris, the goddess of discord. The status quo, authorities, rules, and order figure in the skirmishes as the two of them tightly challenge Saturn at this full moon. The combination is not in keeping with the out-of-my-way drive of Mars in Aries, retrograde or not. His square to Saturn comes with the frustration of hitting the brakes or hitting a wall, either of which could fuel this full moon's hair trigger properties. It carries the potential for controlled action and demands responsibility and accountability for plowing ahead recklessly. And it's likely to be loud and contentious with Eris in the thick of the fighting. Rising to the challenge directs us toward a greater future. Mars and Eris are in the opportunity aspect of a sextile to the North Node, which represents moving from old ways to updated ones. The upshot? Blowing your top may be exactly the thing to do. Some situations can no longer be tolerated. Some bridges are meant to be torched. And some screaming, troublemaking influences are overdue for blocking and containment. The result is healing and uncomfortably freeing. The healing potential comes from the moon's proximity to Chiron, the asteroid that represents abiding wounds and the challenge of mastering the physicality of existence. Chiron in Aries embodies go-it-alone-ism, acting as an individual without regard to others or the collective, perhaps from being a hothead, perhaps from assuming you can't rely on others so you may as well handle everything yourself. Chiron's presence could inflame frustration and feeling like, once again, you have to take care of something. Perceiving a man's behavior as unhealthy could be part of the trigger, too. The Chiron in Aries transit has certainly been stirring the notion of toxic masculinity in the collective. This full moon could mark a breaking point or a turning point in how some people deal with it. Some of the action is as uncomfortable and unexpected as it is sudden. The moon is in an uneasy semi-square with quick change artist Uranus, the agent of unforeseeable change, awakening, liberating, and often shocking. This aspect has all the comfort of sand irritating an oyster. The oyster's response is a metaphor for us now. The oyster encases the intruder with a substance that gradually, eventually creates a pearl. Our instinctive reactions now could evolve into something of value as well, or demonstrate, suddenly, how far we have already come. This full moon will mark the end of situations that have been tolerated with increasing irritation. It will fuel impulses that have been building to burn something down. It will also inspire many a bold and surprising leap and act of courage. Word to the wise: plan ahead. Know that circumstances and your inner workings are going to flare without notice. Keep your focus on the direction you want to head. Pack a symbolic go bag that you can grab in an instant. Learn some tricks for staying calm in the midst of all this in my course, Reclaiming Your Energy Tools and Techniques, on Tuesday nights in October. Information is at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I am Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. You'll find lively discussion on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. Lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I am really grateful to the people who are supporting my work there. You'll also find me on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at The Professional Aquarian Channel.